So lately, I've been thinking a lot about what makes a good marketer become a great one. And I think it has to do with inspiration. Because if you think about it, every great idea starts with inspiration. And inspiration is everywhere. You just have to go and look for it, right? But here's the thing. Let's say you scroll down on social media. You find something inspiring. What do? Right? I used to take screenshots and maybe I saved the URL in one of my folders on my browser. But I realized that I really never come back to those things. Occasionally, maybe on a quarterly basis, I look into my screenshots and just delete 90% of them. So I had to find a solution to this. And today, my friend, I want to show you how I build a system around this that almost runs on autopilot. As soon as I find inspiration, I just share it with my system that will take care of capturing the inspiration in a very profound way, right? It's not just a screenshot. It's an analysis of the landing page, the copy, the intention, the CTAs, all inside my Notion. If that sounds like something you want to have as well, stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to share the template so that you can copy and paste it into your own system. Let me show you how it works. As soon as I find something inspiring, let's say my own website is so good, I have to capture it, right? I click on share instead of taking a screenshot, right? I click on share and then I click on this little swipe files automation icon and I'm done, right? What happens now is this will get fed into my swipe file database. Here we go. This is all the information that has been captured, right? We got a screenshot, at least of the hero section, right? We got the headlines, subheadlines, keywords, call to action, features, notes, the URL, and we can even click on details and got the call to action URL, the target audience, the industry, the conversion focus, any value propositions made, right? So you can already tell how powerful this is because if I go back and I click on list view, I can now search through my database that's gonna be growing all the time and becoming more and more valuable to me. And I can search for, let's say, automation. And all of a sudden, I've got a list of inspiring automation websites. This becomes more and more powerful, especially in the age of AI. I'm gonna walk you quickly through it so you understand how to actually adjust it. And then I'm gonna share the template with you. Exciting? Cool. For this tutorial, I'm going to use shortcuts. So if you don't have an iPhone or a Mac, I'm sure there are other ways to automate things on an Android phone, for example. But for this video, we're going to stick to Apple, okay? So I've got my shortcut right here, and it's really short, in fact. So what this does, it simply gets the URL from whatever I'm sharing, right? In the browser you just saw, and then it sends it to a webhook. And that's all there is, right? We are sending the URL of whatever we are sharing. And then I actually thought about extending the workflow. Now, imagine if you could actually, instead of only sharing the URL, you share a voice note with it, right? Describing why you think this particular copy or landing page or whatever it is inspiring to you. So you could say things like pay special attention to the first headline and dissect it. Could be your input for the workflow. Now, we are going to keep it simple for this video because this is already so powerful and I'm going to show you the rest now. So here's the Notion database, right? And that's the heart of what I will always come back to if I'm looking for inspiration. As you already saw on the phone, I can switch to a table format. I can show the gallery with some previews. And let's open up another example, right? Boringmarketing.com. Shout out to Greg Eisenberg, one of the guys I really follow a lot because he's got great guests and shares a lot of ideas on his podcast. So I really appreciate that. So I think his landing page is great and I wanted to have it in my swipe file. So here's his headlines and stuff. The call to action is just book a call. Industry is digital marketing and SEO. The value proposition is interesting because it's AI-assisted SEO services to scale businesses effectively in revenue generating strategies without risk. Cool stuff, right? So they actually built their proprietary AI software to do this. Anyway, that's of course, right? So the idea is to simply keep as much inspiration as possible and capture it, right? And make it searchable, right? If I'm looking for SEO, well, boring marketing is going to pop up. So let's take a brief moment to actually talk about the heart of this automation. This is it, right? This is make.com. If you don't know it, it's a no-code platform to automate workflows. And you can do a lot of fun stuff with it, right? So all this is the webhook we talked about, right? It receives the URL, nothing else. And then we go ahead to scrape the website using a fetch method. And this is very simple. I just put in the URL, right? And pass this response. This means that I get like a structured format back. Then I strip away and turn it into HTML. So I can analyze the copy using ChatGPT, right? And I'm using GPT-4o Mini currently with a simple prompt. And then I take a screenshot. And for this, I'm actually using, I'm not supposed to show you this, right? But I'm going to blur this out. I'm using Rapid API. So they have a service called URL to screenshot, which is free for up to, I think, 1,000 screenshots per month, which is a lot, right? I think I'd be fine if I had like 100 or 200. So definitely check that out. It's called URL to screenshot. And you can find it on rapidapi.com. So you are going to need that if you want to take screenshots, right? Then I convert it into a PNG. I actually analyze the screenshot, right? And that's an important step because I want to know, are we missing anything that's not inside of the HTML, right? So I've got this prompt here. I put in the file and that's it. I turn the screenshot analysis into JSON and then I put everything into one analysis. And then I have this little in-between step where I have to upload my images somewhere. And for whatever reason, I decided to do it with WordPress because I have a couple of WordPress instances and a server running I'm not currently using. So at least I'm using it, right? And then I'm taking the image, the analysis, and all that's been and upload it into Notion. Now, this is a fairly simple approach, right? And I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna save this and then I'm going to export the blueprint so I can share it later on with you. So if you're interested, click the link in the description. You can download it for free. So if you think that kind of stuff is interesting to you, well, consider joining the community on School. If you want to hang out, right? I'm there. I'm open to chat. I share a lot of stuff that's interesting to me personally currently, and a lot of behind the scenes thinking, right? So if you're interested, let me know. Check out the link in the description. And also, I have a newsletter. So it's called System Snacks, and I send out weekly emails with simple automation ideas you can use for your own business, right? And these are mostly business related. So if you've got a business or you want to build one, that might be interesting to you. See ya.